Hello everyone. Today we have an interesting question to find answers for, and that is, do penguins kidnap other penguins' chicks? If so, why and when? Before we discuss it, we go through a brief biography on one of the most recognized and beloved birds in the world. Penguins are flightless birds. They have lost their ability to fly millions of years ago, but their powerful flippers and streamlined bodies make them accomplished swimmers. They are the fastest swimming and the deepest diving species of any birds. They can stay underwater up to 20 minutes at a time. They spend half of their time in water and the other half on land. Fossils place the earliest penguin relatives at some 60 million years ago. In the 16th century, the word penguin it actually referred to an extinct bird called great auks. It has a scientific name Pinguinus impennis and it inhabited the seas around Canada. When explorers traveled to the southern hemisphere, they saw these black and white birds that resembled the auks and called them penguins after auks. The first published account on penguins comes from Antonio Pigafetta, who was aboard Ferdinand Magellan's first circumnavigation of the globe in 1520 when they spotted these birds near Punta Tombo in Argentina and he called them strange geese. Still, an earlier anonymous diary entry from Vasco da Gama's 1497 voyage around the Cape of Good Hope makes mention of flightless birds as large as ducks. The generally accepted consensus on the number of species of penguins is around 17 to 19, of which at least 5 are critically endangered now. Penguins are primarily found in the southern hemisphere, widespread in South America, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and many small islands in the Pacific Ocean. But the Galapagos penguin is the only species that is found near the equator on the Galapagos Islands, and it regularly crosses the equator into the northern hemisphere while feeding. Emperor penguins are the tallest species, standing 4 feet tall, weighing 90 pounds, and smallest is the little blue penguin, 16 inches tall, weighing 2 pounds. Gentoo penguin are the fastest to swim with a speed of 22 miles per hour. Yellow-eyed penguin is the rarest. One of the characteristic features of the penguins that makes them so recognizable is their striking tuxedo-like shading. It is actually a matter of camouflaging for them while swimming. The black color from above blends into the murky depths of the ocean, and the white belly from below is hidden against the bright surface. While swimming, penguins leap in shallow arcs above the surface of water called porpoising. This process coats their plumage with tiny bubbles that reduces friction and allows them to swim faster. Some scientists theorize that penguins make these leaps out of sheer joy. Penguins ingest a lot of seawater while hunting for fish and excrete it through their beaks or by sneezing. Eyes are their keenest sense, adapted to see clearly underwater and in the air. They have color vision, they are sensitive to blue, green, and violet colors. Though they lack visible ears, they have excellent hearing and they rely on distant calls to identify their mates and chicks among the members of their large colonies made up of millions of them. Penguins are carnivores. Their diet consists of fishes, crustaceans like krills, shrimps, crabs, and cephalopods like squids and cuttlefish. They have sharp bills and no teeth. Instead, they have backward facing fleshy spines that line the inside of their mouths. They need fresh water to drink when on land. They eat snow or drink from puddles. Penguins survive the harsh winter of polar regions because their feathers trap a layer of warm air next to the skin that serves as an insulation. They molt all at once, spending 2 to 3 weeks landbound as they undergo the catastrophic molt. Penguins are intelligent creatures, exhibit no fear of human tourists. They are self-aware, they use tools, communicate with each other, they form intricate communities and hierarchy in groups and can be trained or conditioned. They usually breed in large colonies of maybe up to millions called rookeries. They are not only loyal to the same nesting site, returning to the same site every breeding season, but also to the same mate. However, emperor and king penguins do not make nests, but their single egg is incubated on the parent's feet and kept warm by a flap of skin called brood pouch. Emperor penguins breed during the Antarctic winter in dense colonies on the sea ice. Monogamous pairs form in May, and immediately after laying the egg, the starving female leaves into the sea to hunt for weeks together. Hence, the 65-day incubation shift is undertaken by the pudgy male who has enough fat stores. Once the eggs hatch, the penguin chicks are clothed with just a thin layer of skin. They can't regulate their own body temperature, and it can take up to 50 days for them to able to warm themselves. That's why they hide away in the snug pouches of their parents, and when the mothers return from their feed, both parents take turns looking after their baby till they are ready to leave the colony when the sea ice breaks up. Now we come to the not so popular kidnapping behavior of some emperor penguins. The kidnapping behavior is mostly exhibited by failed breeders, especially females which have lost an egg or a young chick. Biological parent tries to protect the chick by fighting the intruder, but the kidnappers are sometimes able to displace the parent and to get the chick. In most cases, the kidnappers neglect the chick only a few hours after it was kidnapped, and the unattended chick dies due to hypothermia or predation. Readoption of the chicks by parents are rare and occur only when the kidnapper rapidly abandons the chick when the parent is still close to it and when it calls its parent. The prominent hypothesis explaining the kidnapping behavior is that it is done by failed breeders as a result of the high residual level of prolactin hormone, and prolactin hormone is the hormone which is involved in parental care. But why does this happen only with emperor penguins? During breeding, emperor penguins have to undertake long foraging trip just after laying the egg, coming back at the expected time of hatching to relieve her mate. The bird returns to the colony with elevated prolactin levels and not known of the fact that her mate has lost the egg or the newly hatched chick. This combined with environmental stimuli from an unrelated chick asking for food to its parent influences the kidnapping behavior seen in a female emperor penguin. So it is a hormonal byproduct of a reproductive adaptation to extreme conditions like long foraging trips during the Antarctic winter. Further adding to that is the colonial behavior of the emperor penguins, where they do not build any nests or territory and they respond to the stimuli from the chicks nearby. But why do these penguins abandon the chicks? Emperor penguin parents are said to be able to recognize their chick by voice. They reject all cries for food from other chicks apart from those of their own young. Therefore, kidnappers might abandon the kidnapped chick after few hours because they have never heard its voice before and they do not recognize it. And with that interesting piece of information on the biologic characteristic of emperor penguins, we wind up for today. Thank you.